It's 9:34. He is one of America's most misunderstood presidents. And now a new documentary from two Peachtree City brothers takes a closer look into former President Jimmy Carter's term in office. It's called Carterland.
Carter put all these questions on the table: human rights, conservation, and energy, our own culture of consumption, and every politician sees he was on to something.
What he doesn't get credit for is just how much Carter accomplished in a single term. It's mind-boggling.
His legislative program was more successful than Bill Clinton's and Barack Obama's.
It's really Jimmy Carter who says, you know what, there is a tension between the lifestyles we live and the lifestyles we want to live in the future.
Before you have Al Gore on climate change, you really had Jimmy Carter in a more pragmatic way, putting solar panels on the White House and talking about renewable energy.
Jim and Will Pattiz join us now with more on Carterland. And guys, it's so good to have you with us on this Thursday. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Hey, so Jim, I'm going to start with you on this one. Why did y'all decide to do a film about Jimmy Carter? I mean, your background is in filming, public lands. So what made you decide to tackle this subject?
Yeah, Will and I, we come from a background of doing a lot of short films on the national parks and the national forests. And throughout that work, we kept seeing President Carter's name come up because of his incredible conservation work. And we thought, there's got to be something more to this story. And so we wanted to do a feature film. Kind of at first, it was going to be about his conservation work. But the more we dug into it, we realized this was a much bigger story.
Yeah, even in just that short clip that we just showed, I found myself saying, oh, I didn't know that about him. Oh, I didn't know that. So I can imagine that there's so much information throughout the entire documentary. But Will, it took y'all 2 years of work to put this together. So what all did that involve?
Yeah, it was 2 long years, and we had a global pandemic in the middle of it that didn't exist when we started, so that added its own complications. But honestly, it was the experience of a lifetime. Jim and I got to meet so many incredible people, including the late Vice President Mondale, who was just unbelievable, including President Carter himself, sitting governors. It was a wonderful experience, and we hope that people who watch the film have the same experience that we have.
So one of the claims here, Jim, has been that the film makes the case that President Carter was both misunderstood and underrated. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's really what we started to find out as the more we dug into this documentary was, we kind of grew up with the understanding that President Carter is this wonderful person and a great ex-president, but that he wasn't necessarily a very good president. But the reality is very different from that. And we feel like that's really one of the things we're setting out to tell with this documentary, especially to younger people like us who didn't live through his administration or anything, is that this guy was way out in front on all of the issues that we're only just now confronting today, and was warning us about these things and had the solutions to these problems back in the 70s.
Wow, when you say it like that, it really is pretty incredible. Was there anything, Will, that really surprised you in doing research and that you think will surprise people who have a chance to see this? Information coming to light that maybe we didn't know about the former president?
Absolutely. I think the statement is summed up best by, in the film, we interviewed the former National Park Service Director, Jonathan Jarvis, as well as the CEO of Patagonia, Rose Marcario. And to hear both of them in the film say that we would not have a climate problem right now had Jimmy Carter been reelected, that was the most shocking thing for me. And if you watch the film, you'll see that he had all these amazing solutions in place, solar panels on the roof of the White House in the 1970s. And yet, if only we had followed his vision.
Wow, pretty interesting. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more of that inside of this too. Guys, how can we have a chance to see this? I know the film will headline the Atlanta Film Festival. That's on Saturday, I believe. But I mean, how can we watch Carterland?
So the film, the festival kicks off this weekend. The film will be able to be seen. The premiere event is at the Carter Center on May 1st. And then you can also, what's one of the neat things about this is that you can watch it virtually. So you can go to the Atlanta Film Festival's website and you can actually log on there and buy a virtual ticket to watch the film from the comfort of your own home.
Nice, very nice. And just because I'm curious, do we know if former President Jimmy Carter has seen this? Are there plans for him to see it? I mean, what would it be like for y'all to know that he's watched Carterland, watched your hard work?
Yeah, so that was obviously for us, the highlight of the film process was interviewing him. He was able to see the film, an earlier cut of it, at the end of last year, and we got to speak with him briefly about it. And for us, that hearing his praise for the film was, everything. If there's one person that we wanted to enjoy the film and like the way it turned out, it was him.
Yeah.
And so for us, we can mission accomplished on our end.
That's success right there. Jim and Will, job well done on this. Thank you both so much for hanging with us this morning. Peachtree City's own. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
And Carterland will premiere this weekend at the 45th Annual Atlanta Film Festival. For more information, go to fox5atlanta.com and look for the viewer information story.